Imagine a world where you could change your entire life with just two simple words. A world where your deepest dreams and desires could become reality, all through the power of your own voice. This isn't some far-off fantasy or complicated magic trick. It's a real ability that you already have, hidden within two of the most common words in the English language. I am. These two little words might seem ordinary, but they hold an extraordinary power. They're like a key that can unlock the door to a better life, a happier you, and a world full of possibilities. But here's the thing. Most people use I am without even realizing what they're doing. They're like someone holding a magic wand but using it as a regular stick to scratch their back. Think about it. How many times a day do you say I am without giving it a second thought? I am tired. I am broke. I am not good enough. Each time you say these things, you're not just describing your current state. You're actually shaping your reality. You're telling the universe, and more importantly, yourself, exactly what you are and what you deserve. But what if you could turn this around? What if, instead of using I am to reinforce negative beliefs about yourself, you could use it to create the life you've always wanted? That's the power we're going to explore in this video. We're going to dive deep into the magic of I am and learn how to use it to transform our lives from the inside out. Now, you might be thinking, come on, how can two simple words really make such a big difference? Well, let me tell you a secret that most people don't know. Your mind is always listening to what you say. Every time you use the words I am, you're not just making a casual statement, you're actually giving your mind a direct command. Your mind is like an incredibly obedient servant. When you say I am, it takes that as an order and starts working hard to make that statement true. If you say I am unlucky, your mind will look for every bit of evidence to prove that you're unlucky. It will focus on all the times things didn't go your way, all the opportunities you missed, all the bad breaks you've had. And guess what? The more it focuses on those things, the more you'll notice them in your life, and the more unlucky you'll feel. But here's the flip side. If you say I am lucky, your mind will do the exact opposite. It will start noticing all the good things that happen to you, all the times things work out in your favor, all the unexpected blessings that come your way. And the more you notice these things, the more lucky you'll feel and the more good fortune you'll attract into your life. This isn't just positive thinking or wishful dreaming. It's about actively programming your mind to work for you instead of against you. It's about using the incredible power of your own thoughts and words to shape your reality. And the best part? It's something anyone can do, starting right now. Now, you might be wondering, what's the big deal? So what if I don't use I am in a positive way? Well, let me paint a picture for you of what can happen if you ignore this power. Imagine going through life constantly telling yourself, I am not good enough. Every time you face a challenge, every time you have an opportunity, that thought is there in the back of your mind. It's like having a little voice constantly whispering in your ear, telling you that you can't do it, that you don't deserve success, that you should just give up. Over time, this negative self-talk becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. You start to shy away from opportunities because you don't believe you can handle them. You settle for less in your relationships because you don't think you deserve better. You stay in a job you hate because you don't believe you're capable of finding something better. Your world slowly shrinks, limited by the boundaries you've set with your own words. But it doesn't stop there. This negative use of I am doesn't just affect your actions, it affects how others see you too. When you constantly put yourself down, when you radiate self-doubt and insecurity, people pick up on that. They start to see you the way you see yourself. Opportunities pass you by, not because you're not capable, but because you've convinced everyone, including yourself, that you're not up to the task. And here's the real kicker. If you don't consciously choose how to use I am, you're still using it, just not in a way that serves you. Every negative thought, every self-deprecating comment, every moment of doubt, they're all secret I am statements. I am not good at this. I am always messing up. I am never going to succeed. Even if you don't say these things out loud, your mind hears them, and it works tirelessly to make them your reality. This is why understanding and harnessing the power of I am is so crucial. It's not just about feeling better about yourself, although that's certainly a wonderful benefit. It's about taking control of your life, about steering your ship instead of being blown about by the winds of circumstance and negative self-talk. If you don't learn to use I am consciously and positively, you're essentially handing over the keys to your life to your doubts, fears, and insecurities. You're letting your past experiences and limiting beliefs dictate your future. And trust me, that's not a future any of us want. But here's the good news. It doesn't have to be this way. Just as the misuse of I am can lead you down a path of limitation and frustration, the proper use of these two powerful words can open up a world of possibility and potential. And that's exactly what we're going to explore in this video. So, what exactly is this I am thing all about? Why is it so powerful? And how can we use it to change our lives? Let's break it down in simple terms. At its core, I am is a statement of being. It's not about what you do, what you have, or what others think of you. It's about who you are at your very essence. When you say I am, you're making a declaration about your fundamental nature, your identity, your place in the universe. Now, here's where it gets really interesting. Your mind doesn't distinguish between what's objectively true and what you tell it is true. When you say I am followed by anything, positive or negative, your mind takes that as fact and starts to align your thoughts, feelings, and actions with that statement. Let's say you start telling yourself I am confident. At first, it might feel a bit strange, especially if you've been dealing with self-doubt for a long time. But here's the thing. Your mind doesn't care if you feel confident yet. It just heard you say I am confident, so it starts to look for evidence to support that statement. It might remind you of times in the past when you showed confidence. It might nudge you to stand a little straighter, speak a little clearer, take on challenges you might have shied away from before. As you continue to affirm I am confident, your mind continues to find ways to make that statement true. You start to notice more situations where you feel confident. You begin to act more confidently, which leads to more positive outcomes, which in turn boosts your confidence even more. It becomes a self-reinforcing cycle, all sparked by those two simple words, I am. This isn't just feel-good fluff or wishful thinking. It's based on how our brains actually work. Our brains are constantly filtering the massive amount of information we encounter every day, deciding what's important and what can be ignored. When you make a strong I am statement, you're essentially telling your brain, hey, this is important. Pay attention to this. And your brain obliges, starting to notice and emphasize everything that aligns with that statement. It's like when you buy a new car, and suddenly you start seeing that same model everywhere. The cars were always there, but now your brain is tuned to notice them. In the same way, when you say I am successful, your brain tunes into opportunities for success, examples of your past successes, and ways you can be more successful in the future. But here's the real beauty of I am. It's not just about changing your thoughts. It's about changing your entire vibration, your energy, the way you show up in the world. When you consistently tell yourself, I am worthy of love, it's not just a mental exercise. It changes how you carry yourself, how you interact with others, the kind of relationships you're willing to accept into your life. You start to radiate worthiness, and the world responds accordingly. This is why I am is often called the most powerful words in any language. They're not just words, they're creative forces. They have the power to shape your reality from the inside out. And the best part? You get to choose your I am statements. You get to decide who you want to be, how you want to show up in the world, what kind of life you want to create. In the next part of this video, we're going to explore exactly how to harness this power. We'll look at practical ways to use I am statements to transform your life, common pitfalls to avoid, and how to align your mind and heart to supercharge the effect of these powerful words. But for now, I want you to start noticing how you use I am in your daily life. Are you using it to empower yourself or to hold yourself back? Are you using it consciously or letting old habits and negative self-talk sneak in? Remember, every I am statement is a seed planted in the garden of your mind. What kind of garden are you growing? And more importantly, what kind of garden do you want to grow? The power is in your hands, or more accurately, in your words. Let's learn how to use it wisely. Bringing your mind inside your heart. the key to true transformation. Now that we understand the power of I am, let's dive into something that can supercharge its effect, bringing your mind inside your heart. This might sound a bit strange at first. After all, we're used to thinking of our mind and heart as separate things. But when it comes to creating real, lasting change in our lives, getting these two parts of ourselves to work together is crucial. Think about it this way. Your mind is like a powerful computer. It's great at analyzing, planning, and figuring things out. But sometimes it can get stuck in loops of negative thinking or overthinking. Your heart, on the other hand, is like your inner compass. It's connected to your deepest truths, your intuition, and your authentic self. When you bring your mind inside your heart, you're aligning your thoughts with your deepest truths. You're not just thinking your I am statements, you're feeling them. And this is where the real magic happens. Let's say you're using the affirmation, I am worthy of love. If you just repeat this with your mind, it might feel like you're trying to convince yourself of something. But when you bring this affirmation into your heart, when you really feel the truth of it in your core, it becomes so much more powerful. It's no longer just a thought. It becomes a part of who you are. This heart-mind connection also helps to quiet the negative self-talk that often gets in the way of our I am statements. You know that little voice that pipes up with, yeah, right? Or who are you kidding? When you try to affirm something positive. When you're operating from your heart, that voice gets a lot quieter. Because your heart knows your true worth, your true potential, in a way that your mind alone sometimes forgets. Bringing your mind into your heart isn't about ignoring your thoughts or pretending everything is perfect. It's about finding a deeper truth beyond your surface thoughts and fears. It's about tapping into the wisdom and power that already exists within you. Now that we understand the importance of aligning our mind and heart, let's look at 4 key principles that will help you master the power of I am. These aren't complicated techniques or secret rituals. They're simple practices that anyone can use to start harnessing the transformative power of these 2 little words. The first step in mastering I am is simply becoming aware of how you're already using it. Most of us use I am statements all day long without even realizing it. I'm so tired. I'm not good at math. I'm always late. These casual, often negative statements might seem harmless, but remember, your mind is always listening. Start paying attention to your I am statements, both the ones you say out loud and the ones you think to yourself. Keep a journal for a week and jot down every I am statement you catch yourself making. You might be surprised at what you discover. Are most of your statements positive or negative? Are they empowering you or limiting you? This awareness is the first step towards change. You can't change what you're not aware of. But once you start noticing your I am statements, you can begin to shift them in a more positive direction. Once you're aware of your current I am statements, the next step is to consciously choose more positive ones. This doesn't mean ignoring reality or pretending everything is perfect. It means focusing on the positive aspects of yourself and your life, and on who you want to become. Instead of, I am so bad with money, try, I am learning to manage my finances wisely. Instead of, I am always anxious, try, I am becoming more calm and centered every day. Notice how these positive statements acknowledge where you are while also pointing you in the direction you want to go. When choosing your I am statements, make sure they resonate with you. They should feel true, or at least possible. If I am a millionaire feels too far-fetched right now, try I am open to financial abundance or I am worthy of prosperity. The goal is to stretch yourself, but not so far that your mind immediately rejects the statement. This is where bringing your mind into your heart becomes crucial. It's not enough to just repeat positive I am statements like a robot. You need to feel them, to connect with the truth of them on a deeper level. When you say your I am statement, take a moment to really feel it in your body. What does it feel like to be confident, or loved, or successful? Where do you feel it? In your chest, your stomach, your whole body? The more you can connect with the feeling of your statement, the more powerful it becomes. If you're having trouble feeling the truth of your statement, try adding, I am choosing to believe that, at the beginning. I am choosing to believe that I am worthy of love. This can help bridge the gap between where you are and where you want to be. Like any skill, using I am effectively takes practice. Make your positive I am statements a regular part of your day. You could start your morning by looking in the mirror and saying your statements out loud. You could write them down in a journal before bed. You could set reminders on your phone to prompt you to repeat your statements throughout the day. The key is consistency. The more you repeat your positive I am statements, the more natural they'll become. Over time, they'll start to replace the old, negative statements that used to run through your mind. Remember, you're not just repeating words, you're reprogramming your subconscious mind and reshaping your reality. It might feel strange or even silly at first, but stick with it. The results can be truly transformative. Now that we've covered the 4 keys to mastering I am, let's put it all together with a simple exercise you can start using right away. This exercise combines awareness, positive choice, feeling, and regular practice to help you harness the full power of I am. Find a quiet place where you won't be disturbed for a few minutes. Sit comfortably and take a few deep breaths to center yourself. Think about an area of your life where you'd like to see positive change. It could be your relationships, your career, your health, or any other aspect of your life. Now, create a positive I am statement related to this area. Remember to make it positive, present tense, and believable. For example, if you want to improve your confidence, you might choose I am confident and capable. Close your eyes and repeat your I am statement silently to yourself. As you do, really try to feel the truth of it in your body. Imagine what it feels like to be confident and capable. Where do you feel it? In your chest? Your shoulders? Your whole body? If you notice any resistance or doubt coming up, don't fight it. Just acknowledge it and gently bring your attention back to the feeling of your I am statement. Continue this for about 5 minutes or whatever feels comfortable for you. When you're done, take a moment to journal about your experience. What did you notice? How did it feel? Did any insights or ideas come to you? Try to do this exercise at least once a day, preferably at the same time each day to build a habit. You might do it first thing in the morning to set a positive tone for your day, or right before bed to program your subconscious mind as you sleep. Remember, the key is consistency. You might not feel a huge shift right away, and that's okay. You're planting seeds in the garden of your mind, and like any garden, it takes time for those seeds to grow and blossom. But if you keep at it, you'll start to notice changes, maybe small at first, but building over time. You might find yourself naturally standing taller, speaking more confidently, or feeling more at ease in situations that used to make you nervous. You might notice opportunities opening up that you hadn't seen before, or you might simply feel a greater sense of peace and self-acceptance. This exercise is just one way to use the power of I am. As you get more comfortable with it, you can start incorporating positive I am statements into your daily life. Catch yourself when you're about to say something negative and choose a positive I am statement instead. Use them when you're facing a challenge or feeling down. Let I am become your tool for instant self-encouragement and empowerment. Remember, every time you use I am, you're shaping your reality. You're telling the universe, and more importantly, yourself, exactly who you are and what you're capable of. So use it wisely, use it positively, and watch as your life begins to transform. Common mistakes when using I am. As powerful as I am statements can be, it's easy to fall into some common traps when using them. Let's look at some of these mistakes and how to avoid them, so you can get the most out of this transformative tool. This is probably the most common mistake people make. It's so easy to say things like, I am so stupid, or I am always messing up without even realizing it. But remember, your mind takes these statements as commands. When you say, I am stupid, you're literally instructing your mind to find evidence of your stupidity and overlook your intelligence. The fix. Catch yourself when you use negative I am statements. When you do, immediately replace them with a positive alternative. Instead of I am stupid, try I am learning and growing every day. Instead of I am always messing up, try I am doing my best and improving all the time. Here's a tricky one. Even when we try to be positive, we often phrase our statements as what we're not. I am not afraid, or I am not going to fail. The problem is, our minds tend to focus on the main concept and ignore the not. So when you say, I am not afraid, your mind focuses on afraid. The fix. Rephrase your statements to focus on what you want, not what you don't want. Instead of, I am not afraid, try I am courageous. Instead of, I am not going to fail, try I am succeeding, or I am capable of overcoming challenges. While it's great to dream big, making I am statements that feel completely unbelievable can actually be counterproductive. If you're struggling to pay rent and you keep saying, I am a millionaire, your mind might reject it outright, making the affirmation ineffective. The fix. Choose I am statements that stretch you but still feel possible. If I am wealthy feels too far-fetched right now, try I am open to financial abundance, or I am becoming more financially savvy every day. As your belief grows, you can gradually make your statements more ambitious. Simply repeating I am statements without really feeling them is like planting seeds on concrete. They won't take root. The power of I am comes not just from the words, but from the feeling behind them. The fix. When you say your I am statements, take a moment to really feel them in your body. Imagine what it feels like to embody that statement. Where do you feel it? How does it change your posture, your breathing, your energy? The more you can feel it, the more powerful it becomes. Mistake 5. Giving up too soon. Many people try using I am statements for a few days, don't see instant results, and give up. But remember, you're reprogramming deep-seated beliefs and patterns. This takes time and consistency. The fix. Commit to using your I am statements for at least 30 days. Think of it as an experiment. Keep a journal to track any changes, no matter how small. Often, the changes start subtly. You might feel a little more confident, or notice small opportunities opening up. These small shifts can lead to big changes over time. Now that we've covered how to use I am effectively and avoid common pitfalls, let's explore how this practice can bring you a deep sense of peace, even when the world around you seems chaotic. When you master the use of I am, you're no longer at the mercy of external circumstances. You're no longer letting the world define who you are or how you feel. Instead, you're choosing your state of being regardless of what's happening around you. Think about it this way. When you say I am peaceful, you're not denying that stressful things happen. You're not pretending that everything is perfect. Instead, you're choosing to anchor yourself in a state of peace, no matter what storms may be raging around you. This doesn't mean you become passive or indifferent to the world's problems. In fact, it's quite the opposite. When you're grounded in positive I am statements, you become more effective at dealing with challenges. I am calm and clear-headed allows you to approach problems with a level head. I am resourceful and creative helps you find solutions where others might only see obstacles. Let's say you're stuck in heavy traffic and running late for an important meeting. In the past, this situation might have sent you into a spiral of stress and negative self-talk. I'm so stupid for not leaving earlier. I'm always messing up. I'm going to lose this client. But now, armed with the power of I am, you can choose a different response. You might say to yourself, I am calm and collected. I am making the best of this situation. I am confident in my ability to handle whatever comes my way. As you repeat these statements, feeling their truth in your body, you'll notice a shift. Your grip on the steering wheel might loosen. Your breathing might slow down. You might even start to see opportunities in the situation. Maybe this is a chance to practice that presentation one more time, or to listen to a few minutes of that audiobook you've been meaning to finish. By changing your inner state, you change how you experience the outer world. The traffic hasn't changed, but your experience of it has. And when you do arrive at your meeting, you'll be in a much better state to perform well, regardless of being late. This is what we mean when we say, bring your mind inside your heart and the world will not trouble you. It's not about ignoring problems or pretending everything is perfect. It's about finding an unshakable center within yourself, a place of peace and power that external circumstances can't disturb. When you operate from this place, you become more resilient, more creative, and more effective. You're no longer reacting to the world. You're consciously creating your experience of it. And that's true power. We've covered a lot of ground in this exploration of the power of I am. We've looked at why these two simple words are so powerful, how to use them effectively, common mistakes to avoid, and how they can bring you peace even in challenging times. But remember, knowledge alone isn't enough. The real power of I am comes from using it consistently in your daily life. It's a practice, a way of living, a method of consciously creating your reality moment by moment. So I encourage you to start right now. Choose one positive I am statement that resonates with you. Maybe it's I am worthy of love and respect. Maybe it's I am capable of achieving my goals. Or maybe it's simply I am enough. Whatever you choose, start using it today. Say it when you wake up in the morning. Write it down and put it somewhere you'll see it often. Repeat it to yourself when you're facing challenges or doubts. As you do this, pay attention to how you feel. Notice any shifts in your thoughts, your emotions, your behavior. Keep a journal to track your progress. Be patient with yourself. Remember, you're reprogramming deep-seated patterns, and that takes time. But also be excited, because with every positive I am statement, you're planting seeds of transformation. You're taking control of your inner world, and in doing so, you're changing your outer world too. You have within you the power to shape your reality, to create the life you desire, to find peace amidst chaos. And it all starts with two simple, yet incredibly powerful words. I am. So, who will you choose to be? What reality will you create? The power is in your words, in your heart, in your being. Use it wisely, use it often, and watch as your life transforms in beautiful and unexpected ways. Remember, you are not defined by your past, by your circumstances, or by what others think of you. You are defined by what you choose to believe about yourself. And with the power of I am, you can choose to believe in your own limitless potential. Your journey with I am begins now. Embrace it, enjoy it, and let it guide you to a life of greater joy, peace, and fulfillment. You are ready. You are worthy. You are powerful beyond measure. And your best life is waiting for you to claim it, one I am statement at a time.